What does flexibility mean to you? So I'm Lisa from Optimum Health, and in this little series of videos I'm going to talk to you about different aspects of flexibility. So traditionally we think of flexibility as being bendiness, really. How well you can touch your toes is the common thing that people think of when they're talking about flexibility, but it applies to all manner of things, really. And in this particular video I'm going to talk to you about flexibility in movement, but in terms of how much you move during the day. So are you often really busy through your day? So from starting in the morning through to finishing in the night, you feel like you're on the go all the time, wind up absolutely shattered at the end of the day. But actually, if you were to look back on that day, you haven't actually moved very much at all. Maybe that's because you've been driving, so you've been sitting in the car, or you've been sat at your desk. So although you are worn out, it's not through movement, it's not through exercise. And often when we've been sat for a long time as well, we get up to move, and it's kind of that Neanderthal evolution as we stagger to upright across the floor. Because motion is lotion, after all, keeping the joints moving, blood and oxygen boosting into the muscles helps our movement generally. It's not always that easy though. So take my day today. It's Saturday today. So first off was taking number one son up to hockey, where he ran around, but I sat on my backside for an hour and a half doing some studying. Then an hour and a half drive to take son number two to gymnastics, where again I sat on my behind for an hour and a half doing some writing and watching him do his gymnastics. And then we drove for lunch, where we sat on our bums again for another hour eating our lunch. Then there was some more driving, a little bit of shopping, and then another half an hour drive home. Now Saturday is essentially my rest day, so I do plan to kind of chill out in front of the TV later. But what that means is that at least 70% of my day today will be spent sitting, not moving a great deal at all. So being conscious of that, I need to be flexible in terms of what I do since I've got home today and before I sit down to chill out tonight, but also in terms of how much I move tomorrow. So I could be sat doing this video now, but I'm using my standing desk. I'll go up and down the stairs a few more times. Tomorrow I would have gone for a walk, but being winter at the moment, it's pitch black, so that's not an option. So thinking of things I can do around the house, and the same for during the day tomorrow as well. And so it's having that flexibility between your days and also within your day as to how much you can move. Want to kind of just boost that circulation around your body, but to allow your alignment to change, to bring that movement into the body as well. Now, the other aspect of flexibility that I'll talk to you about next time is in terms of matching your energy requirement. So in terms of food and drink, calories essentially, to the amount of movement you do. And this is where flexibility really comes in. Now, personally for me, on days where, call them admin days, so days where I am sitting, not moving as much at all, they are the days when I think a lot more about eating. So they will essentially be the days where I probably graze more as well. So although my body needs less energy for the movement and activity it's doing, I will probably eat more on those days, just because that's how I am. When I'm busy, I think less about food, probably less about being hungry, and so I can get away with eating less on those more active days. Now, that's not necessarily the right way round, it's what works for me. And again, this is where flexibility really comes into your health and well-being plan. Working out how you work, really. What works for you? What are your natural tendencies? Understanding from those tendencies what are actually habits, and of those habits, which are serving what you want to achieve and which aren't. And how can you be flexible in terms of the strategies that you employ to make the changes that you want without it seem like a massive task or anything like that. So flexibility is not just about bendiness. Flexibility is about using your day differently according to your schedule, according to your habits, but also according to what you want to achieve. So as I said, today I've talked to you about flexibility in terms of how much you move. So for me, I've got to move a lot more tomorrow because of the amount time I've spent sitting on my bum today. In the next presentation, I'll talk to you about how you can be flexible with the amount that you eat from one day to the next and across a whole week. So think about flexibility a little bit differently. In what ways can you employ flexibility to help you preserve your energy through every day and across a week, but also to achieve the goals that you're looking to achieve? Speak to you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.